Good evening, all, and welcome for the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence in Education. Welcome, all participant. Welcome, Honorable Chief Guest for the function, Dr. P.K. Rajput. Welcome, Dr. Johnson George, Guest of Honor. Welcome,
Yeah.
all prestigious speakers for the day and presenter for the day. Welcome, all. Let me share my screen and show you a small presentation for the inaugural one.
Sorry. Oh,
Please let me know my screen is visible.
Yes,
visible,
sir.
visible, sir. Visible.
Visible, sir, and you are also
Yes.
beautifully visible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much and welcome for the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence in Education. Here we are. Today is the 5th of October. Today is International Teachers' Day. We congratulate all of you for being a teacher or wish to become a teacher. Definitely this day matters a lot for us. About Sinova International Frontier Research, it's a UK-based registered organization, a premier institute dedicated to pioneer research in the fundamental science, established to push the boundaries of human knowledge. We are mainly into fostering the innovation, collaboration, and excellence in the field of science, technology, engineering, as well as in interdisciplinary research. The Sinova International Frontier Research is a globally recognized hub and founded with the curiosity to understand the each and every aspects of innovation and research across the boundaries. Here we are. We are a government registered entry of entity, officially registered and as an organization under a register of companies of England and Wales with a number, and we are also a part of UK register of learning providers that has also been traced on the website. Academic endorsement recognized as the emerging hub for theoretical research or collaborating agreements with the various universities and institutions. International affiliation, we have members of various international associations and we have started joint initiative with the various institutions. We comply with the ethical compliance as set by research and protocol adhered to UKRI, ethical guidelines, and COPE. Aim and mission, the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence in Education aims to provide a premier global platform for disseminating cutting-edge research innovation practices, critical dialogues on AI and ML, as well as on cyber security also. Our mission is to bridge the gap between the AI research, practical applications, and the policy development to foster an equitable, effective, and engaging learning experience across the globe. The main objectives of this conference to provide the platform for researchers, educators, technologists, professionals, policymakers to present and discuss the latest advancement in AI and in education. To showcase practical, evidence-based application in AI, software, as well as hardware and for the lifelong learning. To facilitate critical conversation on ethical, social, and various pedagogical implications on AI, learning environments, ML, as well as on cybersecurity, and to foster interdisciplinary collaboration with the various institutes and organizations across the community as well as the society. Now, here is a schedule for the day. I'll do the introduction and welcome address, followed by the a very practical and research-oriented talk by our honorable chief guest, Dr. P.K. Rajput. Then we'll definitely love to hear from guest of honor, Dr. Johnson George. Then for the first session number one, we have Professor Vijay ma'am. She will give the keynote speaker. Then Rajashekhar will be going to do the presentation. Then Logeshwaran do the second presentation, followed by Jagannathan. He will do the third presentation. They will be allocated 5 to 10 minutes for the entire presentation. Dr. Karthikeyan Soundarajan will also there to present his keynote speaker address. Dr. Anjum Nazim Qureshi will also be there after some certain presentations. But after third presentation, there will be a gap of around 5 to 10 minutes so that you can prepare yourself. Professor Jaikar Sayaraj is also there to give a keynote speaker address. We also welcome Mitu Jain for presentation as well as Suvarna Mahesh Chinde for the presentation. On the behalf of the entire Sinova, we also welcome Dr. Asadullah as a keynote speaker and Dr. Preet Jain to present his topic on AI in education. We also welcome Dr. T. Vijay Chitra as a keynote speaker and Dr. Hemant Tawle as a keynote speaker as well as do the presentation on his topic. Now, thank you very much. This is a small presentation from my side. Now, I formally welcome all participants, our honorable chief guest, guest of honor, and all keynote speaker for the day. Now, I request Dr. P.K. Rajput to share its thoughts on AI in education. Welcome, Dr. P.K. Rajput, and over to you.
Sir, thank you very much, and very, very good evening to all my wonderful friends, I can say, the colleagues, the researchers, educators, and thank you, Dr. Kumar Dutt, sir, for giving me this great opportunity. It is my utmost privilege to join you today at ICAIE 2025 conference by Synovia International Frontier Research. Very quietly, I was listening and I was noting it down that the three important things are there: the equitability, effectivity, and the engagement, which is really required. And so we are living in the age where artificial intelligence is reshaping every sphere of the life, from healthcare, because I belong to the healthcare community, to the governance, from creativity to commerce. But perhaps it's the most profound impact will be, or it is happening on the education, because education, it shapes the future itself. Today, I want to share some of the major shifts that artificial intelligence will bring to the education, or started bringing to the education, along with what are the basic action points, which as an international community, we should be taking up and which is really need of the hour. First is very, very important, the personalized learning, right? Because AI is a boon, it is not a bane. AI can tailor the lessons to the pace, the style, and curiosity of every learner as per the requirement. Imagine a classroom or the university where no student is left behind. Technology should serve the art of the teaching, not replacing it, which is important. Teachers are getting augmented, they are not replaced. When I say some of the teachers, they must be thinking they are going to replace. No, absolutely, you are going to get augmented, because the fear of the AI is not going to substitute the teacher. The reality is opposite. AI is going to make the teachers, the educators, the professors, the researchers free from the repetitive tasks. When I say repetitive tasks, in everything, start from the grading, preparing quizzes, analyzing the data, researching the thing which was there, preparing lot many things and all. And it is going to give the more time for the human work of mentoring, inspiring, and guiding the student at every sphere of the life. Because ultimately, we require the people to be guided, to be ready for the future, for the generation which is going to work for the entire world. Because the teacher role is going to grow, not shrink in the age of AI. Third point is, when we talk about the assessment part, because AI is this thing, AI can enable the continuous project-based and portfolio assessment. It can give the real-time feedback which is really required without any biasness. So at the same time, that it's going to measure the skills, the creativity, and the collaboration, which is very, very important. So you are also taking a name which I've written as governance. So when we talk about the governance, it comes with the ethics and the equity, right? So AI in the education, it is to be guided by the values, which is very important. Who owns the data, right? It is not my data only. It is the data which is available there. But how do we ensure the fairness across the gender which is there, language or economical background? So how it comes? It comes with the trust which is required, the transparency which is required, and accountability is going to be designed into the every system, which is the real need. So what is the action plan, which I am sure the great people who are come here and they are already a part of learning the system AI, they have adopted it, they are going to show the paper, right? So reskilling the education at the scale which is required. because the best technology is powerless, is really powerless without the confident and the learned teacher. So we have to upskill ourselves, we have to build ourselves, which is really required. Teachers and we all should be trained to use the AI tools. Just now I saw that how beautifully you are presenting the things and your image was coming up. So I was fascinated. I thought, oh my God, let me learn this new technology. This is not a new technology. 2 years back, I also saw this, but I missed that technology. So this is the way that we have to reskill ourselves. Redesign the assessment sheet and the credentials which are required. It cannot be the old type of the system that, right, okay, it is going on. It must reflect what learners can actually do, how they can put the creativity which is required, how they can see the future which is required. And it can happen while building the open and the interoperable ecosystem, which is the need of the hour. So place the learners at the center of the governance. That's why no biasness will be there, and it is going to help, because how the data is used to be used, and there is no limit for that. So again, at the same time, when people they are running towards the race of the AI, there is a caution, right? There is a danger is also there. That the greatest danger is that the machines will replace teachers. No, again I'm saying the danger is that we use the technology only for efficiency, producing the student who knows how to answer quickly, but now required how to think deeply. So technology will give you all the quickest answers, but to think deeply, it is more important. And at every stage of the life, either we are a researcher, either we are a professor, or either we are a student, we have to think deeply, which is the real required. So this is the basic thing. So education has always been the bridge between the generation. Now AI has become the steel that strengthens that bridge which is required. But let us remember, technology is only as good as the values we embedded it. So on this beautiful conference, when we are having all the international global speakers as well as our speakers from the Bharat, let us work together to make the AI in education not just smarter. Hemant sir, you are on, but fairer also, not just efficient, but humane also, not just innovative, but inclusive. That's why even the Sam Altman has said that AI and EI, the combination of both the things is going to be the future for the coming time. So thank you, and I wish this great conference to be one of the most successful conference, so people should remember it and people should like it. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for giving us the insightful insights. Thank you very much. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you. I welcome Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. Johnson George. Welcome, sir, and over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar Dutt. Good evening to everyone, and wishing you all an happy International Trainers Day, Teachers Day. And at the outset, I would like to thank the management of SIFR UK for inviting me as guest of honor for ICAIE 2025. Such a wonderful event today. Dr. Kumar Dutt, Honorable Chairman and Director, Dr. P.K. Rajputji, Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished keynote speakers and presenters. Artificial intelligence is today, it's a fact, it's transforming industries globally, and education is no exception. AI is transforming education in exciting ways, where lessons are tailored to each student's needs. Teachers have more time to focus on instruction, and data helps predict student success. So AI in the field of education is entering a new era of tailored, efficient, and engaging learning experiences. AI in education involves using technologies like ML, machine learning, natural language processing, NLP, and intelligent tutoring systems to optimize educational processes. AI tools can now assess student assignments and provide instant feedback, like 2-Minute Maggie. AI-powered platforms, for example, like Dreambox and Newton, adjust lesson difficulty based on student progress. AI can analyze historical data to predict future student outcomes, particularly useful for identifying at-risk students, because all students' levels are not the same. And that's called predictive modeling. It also addresses diverse learning needs. However, in the midst of all these glorified things that we just heard, we need to be aware of ethical AI, which Dr. Rajputji just touched upon as well, but I want to also talk about it. And ethical AI, what is it? Is about building trust and ensuring that technology aligns with human values, not machine values, by adding transparency, fairness, responsibility, and safety into AI development. And therefore, what is important is the responsible use of AI with ethical dimensions. It is essential, therefore, that educators consider the ethical dimensions of AI in education. Very important. Responsible use of AI is key to ensuring fairness, equity, and inclusivity while minimizing biases in data and decision making. While AI presents incredible opportunities, its application in education must remain always transparent and ethical. Use AI responsibly and effectively, even as the technology, as you can see, is rapidly evolving. What is responsible AI? Nothing but ensuring ethical and responsible use of this intelligence. And therefore, you need AI governance, like any other governance, which supports compliance with legal and regulatory standards. We have a very good ISO standard as well, ISO 42001:2023. And if you can go through that, that's a very good system. Your organization also, it's not enough by implementing all of this, it should conduct what we call as AI system impact assessments. And like any other risk assessment, this is very important. And why do we need it? To identify ethical, legal, social, and security risks associated with the AI usage in your institution. Ensure AI-driven decisions do not negatively affect individual rights, individual safety, or their well-being. Assess how AI systems interact with sensitive data and high-risk applications. Develop risk mitigation strategies to prevent unintended consequences. Document, therefore, very important, document the assessment process to demonstrate compliance, regulatory requirements. And now it's everywhere, every country is coming out with these regulatory requirements, especially in data protection that Kumar sir in the initial stages had talked about. We also need to assess societal impacts of AI systems. And here's the danger. Unchecked AI now brings real-world consequences straight to your doorstep. And societal impact mandate moves accountability from your back office compliance to boardroom priority. Regulators, partners, and the society expect living proof that your AI systems meet ethical standards for social benefit, environmental impact, and explainability. And therefore, it's important to consider the following impacts. First one is environmental impact, today's most important hot topic. Why? Because this also includes energy consumption, carbon footprints, supply chain e-waste, the full life cycle burden of your models. Second is the economic impact, not just jobs lost, but also opportunities created or denied. Automation, upskilling, and accesses are all in play. Ethical AI requires documentation on how you mitigate displacement and encourage equity, not just how you chase efficiency. And therefore, you need governance and recourse. Are your system's decisions explainable and contestable? We also look at another aspect of health and well being in AI: physical, psychological, and social consequences, means catching not only bias and exclusion, but subtle harms, hidden harms, from stress to tech enabled discrimination. And this we see in campuses as well. Cultural cohesion and values, another impact. Are you reinforcing harmful bias under a neutral label? Bring fairness, diversity, and rights into your AI scope. In other words, bring in your intelligence, emotional intelligence into your AI for it to work. EI in AI. Okay, so as I conclude and summarize this beautiful topic and discussion, AI in education is a unique opportunity to personalize learning, reduce teachers' routine workload, and prepare students for the skills of the future. However, it is important to explore what role AI can play in supporting, not replacing teachers. Look at how AI can enhance instruction, provide real-time student support, automate assessments, and revolutionize educational access and equity. With that, I end. Thank you, sir, once again for the opportunity. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Johnson George, for giving a beautiful insight. Definitely in future, AI will not replace teacher, but definitely it will help us to improve our main content as well as delivery. The scheme of delivery definitely will be improved with the help of AI. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving the very good insights. We love to hear. Thank you. Now I request Professor Vijay ma'am to give keynote address for the day. Welcome, Vijay ma'am, and over to you. Just unmute.
Vijay ma'am, you can unmute.
Everyone. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Kumar sir and his wonderful team, that is organizing team, for the opportunity to address you all as the keynote speaker at this prestigious international conference on AI in Education 2025. I truly appreciate the effort, vision, and dedication it takes to organize such an event that brings together brilliant minds from academia, research, and industry. And actually, Rajput sir and Johnson sir covers insightful speech about AI. So I try to follow them. It is such a joy to be here in this conference. When I read the theme, Bridging the Gap Between AI Theory and Educational Practice, my first thought was, well, AI seems to be everywhere today, except maybe in my kitchen, where it still can't make a proper cup of coffee. But if it could, I am sure it would analyze my caffeine intake, predict my mood, and warn me one more espresso, and you'll be answering emails at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Before I begin, let me share a little story. Recently, a student told me, Ma'am, I used AI to do my homework. I asked, so what grade did you get? He said, I don't know yet, but ChatGPT is very confident I deserve an A plus. And that, my friends, is exactly why we are here today. But the truth is, even ChatGPT can make mistakes. Sometimes the answer is brilliant. Sometimes it is hilariously wrong. So that is why we need humans, teachers, mentors, and curious students to bridge the gap between AS theory and real world practice. Now, let us talk about AI in education. Imagine AI as the perfect teacher assistant. It never complains about workload, never calls in sick, and never says, sorry, the photocopier ate my lesson plan. Instead, it tirelessly grades assignments, suggests practice questions, and gives instant feedback. Basically, it does all the jobs that teachers would hand over, while teachers focus on the magic, actually inspiring students. What can AI really do? A lot more than we think. Yes, as Sar said, personalized learning. Yes, AI does personalized learning. Every student gets a tutor that never loses patience. If a child wants to solve 100 max problems in a row, AI says, bring it on. If another student needs 3 extra examples to understand fractions, AI happily provides them without rolling its digital eyes. It does instant translation. Imagine explaining Newton's laws in English and AI instantly making it sound perfect, even in Spanish, French, and whatnot. So, although I'm still waiting for the AI that can translate a teenager's text message into plain English. And for students with disabilities, AI is a true game changer, to turning speech into text, text into speech, and sometimes silence into opportunity. Teachers spend hours for grading. AI can grade it in minutes. Though sometimes I wonder if AI starts grading essays, will it also learn the teacher's favorite trick of writing a good attempt, but try harder next time in this way. But here is the catch. AI is intelligent, not wise. It can detect plagiarism, but it can't detect the pride in students' eyes when they write their first original essay. It can suggest learning pathways, but it can't give that encouraging smile that makes us nervous students believe in themselves. That is why AI will never replace teachers, because teaching is not just about knowledge, it is about connection. So, how do we bridge the gap between theory and practice? By making sure AI tools are not just cool, but actually useful. Because let us face it, students don't care how advanced the algorithm is. They just want to know, will this help me pass my exam? As we start ICAIE 2025, let us remember 3 things. AI should make education more human, not less. Teachers are still stars of the classroom. AI is just the backstage crew. And most importantly, AI should never widen gaps. It should build bridges. I believe AI in education is like Wi-Fi. When it works, it is amazing. When it doesn't, it is frustrating. But either way, we can't imagine learning without AI anymore. Yeah, definitely. So let us make sure the AI we design is, as Sir Johnson has said, it should be reliable, ethical, and fun, just like a good teacher. Together, let us build a classroom where humans bring the wisdom, AI brings the assistance, and students bring curiosity. I want to once again express my heartfelt thanks to Kumar sir for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts at this prestigious gathering. The passion, vision, and commitment in this organization, they definitely reflect the spirit of innovation that drives our education community forward. To all the educators, researchers, and the students here, thank you for being part of this conference to reimagine education through AI. We are the bridge builders between knowledge and technology, between intelligence and empathy. Artificial intelligence is not just about smart machines, it is about enabling smarter, more compassionate humans. AI can process data faster than we ever could, but it is our own wisdom, creativity, and empathy that given the data a meaning. Let me leave you with a few thoughts. AI will never replace great teachers. AI is not artificial. It is the extension of human intelligence designed to amplify what we do the best, learn, create, and connect. And finally, remember, technology may light the path, but it is the teacher who leads the way. So, as we continue to bridge the gap between AI theory and educational practice, let us not just build a smarter system, let us build a smarter, kinder, and more inclusive world. Thank you all once again for this honor and wish the IECAIE 2025 conference great success and inspiring discussions again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, Vijay ma'am. You
So thanks.
really said few things which stuck our mind. One is that AI will not replace human. Secondly, AI will create another path of innovation, but it will not replace the innovation. And most importantly, curiosity. Yes, it will also create a curiosity in our mind that what will be the next out of AI. It will definitely help us human to carve a new path of innovation and research. Thank you very much for putting more lights on these topics. We love to hear from you in future also. Thank you very much. Now I request the next presenter, Rajesh Shekhar, to present his topic. Go to Rajesh Shekhar.
Good, sir. I'll share my screen, sir.
You can share.
My screen is visible, sir. So today my topic is about reimaging higher education in the age of AI to align with modern workplace demands. So let me move on to my abstract and introduction. So today's abstract AI is changing the nature of work from automation to decision augmentation and more. Therefore, employees needs colleges and universities frequently are slow to reorganize curriculum and pedagogy around such shifts. So we are going to explore the rising disconnect between higher education outcomes and the needs of the workforce in an AI-driven world. So small introduction is the rapid pace of technology, innovation, globalization, and evolving business models has created a fundamental shift in the skills demanded by modern workplaces. Yet higher education system worldwide often struggle to keep pace with these changes. Despite producing millions of graduates annually, employees increasingly report a mismatch between the skills acquired. So there will be the mismatching between the skills acquired, academic settings, and those required in the professional environment. So we have a few skill gaps between a significant implication for both employability and organizational competitiveness. So these articles explore the nature of the divide, the underlying causes and potential strategies to realign higher education with the career demands of today's dynamic workforces. That I will go to the next slide. So AI-driven skill gaps. We are going to see this with the dimensions, what employers expect, current graduate preparedness, key gaps, and insights. So the dimensions, technical skills, critical thinking, problem solving, soft skills, lifelong learning, reskilling, industry awareness. So what employee expects, proficiency in AI and MI tools, data analytics, ability to analyze complex data, effective communication collaborations, continuous upskilling to stay current with evolving AI technologies, understanding AI-driven business strategies, market trends, and organizational need. So current graduate preparedness, there are most theoretical knowledge is with limited hands-on experience, minimal exposure to real-world AI. And the critical thinking, strong conceptual understanding, limited experience in applying skills to real world. So variable communications and teamwork skills, limited ethical awareness, less adaptability to rapid technology changes. So lifelong learning and reskilling, the preference for structural learning, limited proactive engagement in self-directed skill development. So limited exposure to industry practices, weak understanding of AI strategic business impact. So the key gap and insights are graduates need to practical project-based learning alignment with industry needs and incorporate scenario-based exercises and industry-relevant problem solving. Integrate soft skills development and ethical AI training into curricula. Encourage self-directed learning, adaptive mindsets, and ongoing professional development. So foster industry partnership, internship, and the real-world project exposures. These are some of the dimensions and what employees expect and current graduate preparedness and key gaps and insights. So according to the 2025 survey by HEPI highlights that while 70% of employees consider AI-related technical skills essential, fewer than 40% of graduates feel confident applying these skills. 40% of graduates only confident applying these skills. So whereas the 70% employees considered AI-related technical skills is essential. These are the small AI-driven skill gaps. We move on to the next screen. We are going to see about the factors exacerbating the divide. So few factors are rapid technological advancements, skill mismatch, curriculum rigidity, limited industry academia collaboration, limited awareness of emerging roles, socio-economic infrastructure barriers, lifelong learning gap, ethical, legal, and societal knowledge gap. So impact on education employment gaps are the graduates' knowledge may be outdated by the time they enter to the workforce. And theoretical knowledge overshadows practical skills, key AI and digital skills lacking. Slow integration of new subjects limits interdisciplinary learning. Students have insufficient exposure to real-world AI applications. And students are unaware of evolving AI-driven careers, guidance insufficient. Unequal access to AI tools and resources reduces practical experiences. Skills becomes absolute without continued reskilling, and professional unprepared for AI governance and responsible AI practices. The keynotes of examples and keynotes are AI automations and ML skills are evolving faster than curriculum updates, lack of training in data analytics, machine learning, AI tools, and problem solving. Courses on AI ethics, digital transformation, or AI-driven business analytics often missing. So few internships, mentorships, or project-based learning with AI companies. Roles like AI product manager, data strategist, or automation consultant overlooked. So limited availability of cloud platforms, higher performance computing, or specialized labs can be implemented in the infrastructure barriers. Graduates are lack in culture of upskilling or online AI certification. There are some lack of cultures of upskilling and online AI certifications. The knowledge of AI ethics, compliance, privacy, and bias mitigation often missing. These are the key examples for that. Let me move on to the next screen now. So bridging the divide and case studies best practice. So strategies for higher education to prepare graduates for AI augmented workplaces. Higher education institution must adapt a multi-pronged approaches. Curriculum modelization integrate AI, machine learning, and data analytics modules across disciplines. Encourage interdisciplinary project combining technical, business, and social perspectives. Industry collaborations partner with AI-driven companies for co-program internships and mentorships. Facilitated real-world problem-solving challenges to expose students to workplace application of AI. Emphasis on human-centric skills, embedded soft skills, training alongside AI curricula to ensure graduates can collaborate effectively with humans and machines. Encourage critical thinking, ethical reasoning, and creativity to complement automated processes. Lifelong learning and micro-credentials promoted AI-related online courses, certifications, stackable credentials to enable continuous skill updates. Encourage students to adapt adaptive learning platforms that leverage AI for personalized skill developments. And the case studies and best practices from the US universities, Indian initiatives, and European program. From US universities, MIT and Stanford have incorporated AI-focused interdisciplinary labs and real-world projects equipping students for both technical and managerial roles in AI-driven environments. So Indian Institute started offer AI-integrated programs with industry, mentorship, and applied research bridging theory and practice. The European program Achieve AI reports highlight European university collaborating with tech firms to co-develop curricula, internships, and AI labs, significantly improving graduate releases. Conclusion of this AI era demands a reimagining of higher education to close the growing gap between graduate competencies and workplace requirements by modernizing curriculum, fostering industry partnership, emphasizing human-centric skills, and promoting lifelong learning. Higher education institution can equip students with the capabilities to thrive in AI-augmented careers. Future research should explore the efficiency of AI-integrated curriculum, faculty reskilling programs, and longitudinal tracking of AI skills adoption in the workforce. From that which I concluded the AI era. So these are the few reference. We have a governing.com bridge divide between higher education and work. Achieve AI 2025, bridging the skills divided, higher education's role in delivering the UK's plan for change. ResearchGate, skillgap.net, parachment.com, Fuller J, youtube.webnair. Navigate the education to employment skills gap. That I'll finish my presentation. Thank you, sir. Stop my screen, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
As it is my first presentation, I
Wow.
got little bit.
Well prepared. We compliment your skills as well as what you
Pardon me
really
if
said is
I did anything wrong.
eye-opening for us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Professor Rajput sir, what is your take on the above?
Rajshekhar, first of all, my compliments to you that you have taken the initiative and you have prepared it very well. Right, very nice you have prepared it. Excellent,
you.
and it is great. A small piece of learning advice which I just want to give it to you because we have learned from others and I'm sharing to you. Whenever you are presenting it, right, don't read the entire things and all. Right,
Okay.
there is a very clear-cut story from the Harvard Business School because I'm a part of Leadership Excellence. 5 into 5. What is the 5 into 5? 5 words and the 5 lines. That is all about it. Right, that is the thing. So if you write it in the bullet points with the 5 words, you'll be able to explain it. Because why, Emson? Because in the first presentation, excellent. I really salute to you. But in the future, when you are presenting in a bigger conference, better conference, and the big way, that you should be very clear about it. Because all these things we are able to read. That's why I was just listening to you and I was reading about it. So, right, as a people, we will like to listen from you, which is more important. And I'm sure Dr. Johnson will also agree with me. And Viji ma'am will also agree with me. Everybody will agree. So congratulations to you. But first presentation, excellent. You prepared very well. And my compliments to you. Just do the change. You will find that something different. Excellent.
Sure,
Thank you.
sir. Sure. Thank you, sir, Rajput sir, and Johnson, Vijay ma'am, and Kumar sir. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. And thank you, Karthikeyan as well. He also given me an opportunity for that. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Now we welcome Professor Jayakar Sayaraj as a keynote speaker for the day. Welcome, Jayakar sir, and over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, good evening to you all. And it's a pleasure at least to meet some of you after a long time. Okay. And I just want to highlight a few things on, because when AI was introduced, everyone was so scared. As an educator, we all were very scared, like how it's going to be, like what is going to be the future of educators. But I want to highlight only one aspect of it, we can incorporate games, because AI has transformed teaching, in classrooms, because, there were gone are the days, at least, where we used to have very traditional, like, the teacher used to be the king or queens of class. Like, we just go and teach whatever, we are limited actually within that space. But now, thanks to this AI, you have this immersive learning. So there was a revolution, I would say, like, see, when it comes to immersive learning. And, you have this virtual reality, you have augmented reality, and that has taken teaching to a greater level. So, usually if you look at it, when we introduced AI, it is when they started with that. And, slowly when you see the transformation has taken place. And if I have to talk about virtual reality, the games that, we used to do, physical games in class. Now we have this virtual reality that's opened the door to an immersive learning, meaning you can explore the solar system being in class itself. You don't have to move. You don't have to take take them to a telescope or but you can be there and you can explore the entire solar system, and you can take the students on a journey. Um, Whether you are, no matter what subject it is, like, see, it can be any subject for that matter. Before, we were limited, like, even if I have to take them on a trip, see, as a language educator, maybe if I have to take them on a trip to France, I can do that. I can take them on a virtual platform. I can take them and I can show them all around. Like, even I can take them to even the streets. I can show them what you find in each streets. And so that becomes very interesting, like, because when a student visualize things, because it becomes more effective, the teaching becomes more effective, and you can even take them to the labs also, and they can even have an collaborative work with some institutions in other countries, and they can even go and visit the labs. And even the medical, at least, they have, if you look at the transformation in medical field, at least, my God, it's amazing actually, because they can do whatever, like, the whatever treatment they needed to do. Like, if they have any doubts, at least they can immediately just call up, and you can have discussion, and they can take you through digitally even. So this digital platform, what has happened actually, it has made learning becomes more interesting, and also they can do a personalized learning. It is transformed, like, each one can do on their own. They can learn. You don't have to wait on someone. Okay, so, and as an educator, if I have to make my class interesting, we usually look for some ideas. Now you have all these ideas at our fingerprints, and we have it is made available to all of us. Like, so if I want someone at least to experience whatever I teach. So if I say, for example, if I say, like, we are going to have a conversation at the restaurant in France. So what you can do, we first take them. You have even some games are also there, like, called the escape games, which is very popular right now in the world, actually, in the classrooms. Like, you can take them there. You have a situation, it is opens up, like, so the student will get access, and to a restaurant that is in France, and they can listen to that. They can interact with those personalities over there, and they get to know that, and they can also start learning how to communicate with a person. And in each of the situation, like, say, if I want to order something, I will learn quickly. So I will learn how these people are using, like, what are the expressions I need to use, and how I need to communicate, and what are the formal ways of communication. So I learn from these people by observing them, and then I start using it. Like, we can ask the students, then we can give them a lot of activities based on that. Like, you can make them do a role play, you can make them reenact that scene. And so even as I said, like, the people medical students are able to even do virtual surgeries And you want to do a designing, you can do the designings, like, you want to explore the historical sites, you can explore that, and what has happened, like, now if a person can stay in a place, no matter where it is, it can be even a remote part of the world, but still I can, get to, access or get to, learn the best from the best, the experts in that field, and also from by just observing people, by exploring, but just I can go, I can have on a virtual, a walk, and I can go, that makes more interesting actually. So, this AI platforms, like even they have come up with a lot of games that interest students. Like there used to be, like, the educators were so scared, like, say, my children are always using mobile, but now, and they are on to games. So now we use these games itself, and they have created a lot of games for learning. So, and so that, like, the students, they will not go into those games. Instead, they will use these games to learn a lot. Like, for example, you had games like Call of Duty, for example. Like, so there used to be that the students used to get attracted by those games, and they spend most of the time. Now they have come up with a lot of games like this Call of Duty, where the students, they can play individually, or they can do it as a group, and they get to learn a lot and learn something new in, so as a language, educator, I can use it to teach them, whether it is a grammar or culture. So I can do that. So the same way, even they, see this AI has, I believe, at least, they can even watch movies. They can, not only the travel, they can even appreciate art as well. They can create their own art piece, like, so once, the maybe I, who knows, like the greater artists will be born now, using these by learning from the, now AI has even can explore an art,
Yeah, yeah.
and take an art, and they can teach them also. Like, for example, like if I have to take a work of Picasso, and I have to teach a student, it was very difficult for us, like, because first of all, we don't get access to the, the paintings. But now this AI can take it and break them into simpler, parts, at least for a student to learn how to paint, what are the different, what are the inside stories, like, so they can also become someone expert, because one of the surveys says those who are learned by these immersive learning, okay, or by observing these people, are better than the one who is, like, doing a physical learning. So I feel like, this AI has opened up a lot, and I think it is that I think it's going to even further this technology. It's going to further, and will create more opportunities, because I feel like, this gives us a lot of ideas, a lot of scope as an educator, at least, into wide range of, something like an ocean, because what we have entered, it is just initial stages, at least. So we are just entering into that, like a beach, at least we used to stand and observe. And if I want to explore, I can just slowly get into the waters. And I think it is this waters will take us, or this AI will take us into even greater, or a wider platform. And we never know what's going to happen. Like, so even teaching, just it keeps us excited. It keeps us, like, only thing it is, I feel like, we educate us not to be scared, but we have to adapt ourselves, keep our eyes open and ears open, so that to welcome these changes, and use this to the best of our abilities in classroom to make it more interesting learning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving beautiful insights. Yes, it's just a drop taken from the sea. You are having a vast knowledge. You are from speaking from UAE, or you came down to India?
Yeah, from Kuwait, sir.
Well, welcome from me. Now I request Logeshwaran to present his thoughts. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I think my screen is visible now, right?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the use of emotion AI to detect student engagement and mental health in e-learning. So first of all, thanks for the opportunity. So it's my pleasure to present here. The main objective of this research is that emotion and their studies of students. Nowadays, students are using mobile phone through that their engagement activity. All those things are in the mobile itself. So the main purpose of that we through analysis of facial expression, their voice, their tones, and the keystroke dynamics, all other activities, all other behaviors are watchable. Uh, and the rapid expansion of e-learning has created new challenges in maintaining student engagement and supporting mental well-being. Unlike the classroom, online environment often 1 million people are emotional challenges are using. It helps to analyze the facial expressions, speeches, pattern, and eye movements, psychological and signals. Emotional AI can provide real-time insight. Okay, I'll move on to that. My one moment. So emotional AI mechanism detecting engagement. Emotional AI systems monitoring engagement, monitor indicators such as eye gases, facial micro expression, and voice modulation to assess attention and facial interests. Say, for example, facial recognition algorithm can detect whether it can be a boring or it can be a confusion or the student or concentration on the subject or not. We can able to easily identify in the AI system. So voice analysis to evaluate their tone, their pitch, and their speech rate and infer emotion states. And move on to the monitor mental health. Emotion AI can identify and anticipate depression or burnout by tracking behavior change over time. Some systems are integrated into the sentimental analysis of written responses to detect their negative effect. We can able to see their negative effect as well. And more to that, longitude tracking emotional can in pattern to flag potential uh, mental health risk. Integration wellness dashboard that provides the students with feedback and copying resources. And move on to that opportunity and benefits. Personalized and learning. Personalized and learning can easily emotion AI enables adaptive learning environment that responds to student emotional and cognitive states, enhancing motivation and their retention. And early intervention by identifying the emotion, the student is distressed earlier, educator and counselor can provide timely support to reducing the dropout rate and improving their well-being. And move on to the scalable emotional support. AI system can monitor large cohort simultaneously, offering scalable solution for institutional with limited mental health resources. And And fourth one is that enhanced teachers awareness. Emotion AI dashboard give instruction real-time visibility into student engagement, uh, helping them tailor instruction and foster empathy. And move on to the challenges and ethical consideration. Uh, privacy for the first one is privacy and constant. Emotion AI relies on sensitive biometric data, rising concern and about surveillance data protection and informed consent. Algorithm and move on to the algorithm bias. Emotion recognition model may misinterpret expression and cultures, gender, or and our population, leading to the inaccurate assessment. And move on to the psychological impact. Continuous monitoring may cause anxiety of self-consciousness among students, affecting their natural behavior and emotional expression. And for the last one is that technical limitation. Emotional detection accuracy can affect lighting, camera, and quality, uh, and environment noise, limiting reliability in real world setting. And move on to my case study is that affect net and emo reaction benchmarking, emotion recognition. The EffectNet and the EMO is widely used to database training and emotion recognition with affected contains that are relevant to their emotions, convolutional neural network, and transformed based on model can detect basic emotion with higher accuracy. And however, their performance drops significantly when interpreting complex or culturally nuanced emotion. And the Emotional Learn Project, University of Michigan, says that there are 150 undergraduate students are found that instructors adjusting their teaching strategy based on their emotion feedback. Student participation increased by 20%, 20%, and quiz score improved by 15%. And the IIT Hyderabad monitoring during the exam. There are conducting a survey with 30% of people are depression while attending the exam. And the follow-up surveys indicates 40% of reduction in self report and anxiety. The study of empathy, ethical safeguard, including option in a constant unextended data handling. And move on to the Microsoft Reflect and Flipgrid. Uh, Microsoft Reflect tool allows to student self-reflect emotion using emoji-based their check-ins, while Flipgrid use AI to analyze video responses for their tones and sentiments. These tools promote emotional literally and teaches awareness. Though they rely heavily on self-reportingly and lack deep biometric analysis. They have been adopted in over 100 countries, demonstrating the scalability of self-emotion. And the last one is that cross-cultural challenges. University of Tokyo. A study of University Tokyo says that Western trained emotion recognition model misclassified their expression in Japanese classroom, such as embarrassment of or guiltiness. This highlight the limitation of the deploying emotion AI globally without cultural calibration. So researchers can recommendation region specific data set and educators' involvement in the more validation. And for my conclusion is that the Emotion AI represents frontier in e-learning, offering tools to detect engagement and mental well-being in previously unattainable. It is potential to personalize instruction, identify emotional distress, and improve academic outcomes. The future research is focused on improving detection accuracy, minimizing bias, integrating emotion AI into a holistic learning ecosystem that prioritizes student well-being. This is all. This is all about my conclusion of this research. And once again, thanks for the opportunity. And also, it's my first presentation to present after I completed my graduation, which is almost 10 years before I completed my education. After a long time, I'm preparing this presentation. So if any mistake I have been done from here, please excuse. That's all about. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving a beautiful insight. Definitely, I will not replace human, but it will integrate with our capabilities as well as skill. Now, I request Johnson Joseph to give his thoughts. Dr.
Thank
Johnson.
you. Thank you, Mr. Logeswaran, for this wonderful presentation and your guts and your confidence to open up, especially in the area which so far we have not touched, that's on facial emotion recognition, artificial intelligence. Such a wonderful area where we look at emotions and how to experience and understand the emotions of people. Especially in cases where we have learning difficulties and so on. So that's a very good attempt from you. And I think you have touched upon the right topic. Couple of areas for improvement, which I would like to look at. When you look at case studies, you've showcased around 5 case studies. Maybe even if you look at a summary of those case studies, you could take up one which you felt very close to the topic and the best and expand the whole story. How did that whole thing develop in that particular case study? And second thing is, before you come for the presentation, read through your presentation and practice it and see if what you're saying and what is presented is there is a sync in it. Otherwise, wonderful. Very, very well.
Morning onwards, I'm preparing the whole presentation. Now I'm becoming here. That's why I was struggling.
So you don't have to be nervous about it, and you really presented it well. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, you are on mute. Kumar sir, you are on mute.
Yeah. Thank you for giving the insights. Beautiful one and very interactive. Now I request Jagannathan to present his presentation.
Yeah, thank you, sir. First of all, good evening to everyone. This is Jagan. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I have some slides for today. Let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. When we talk about the personalized learning, let me start with my topic today. I'm going to explore about some insightful about the artificial intelligence in personalized learning. When we talk about the personalized learning, we mean the tailoring the instruction to each pace learner needs, pace, and preferences. What exacting is the AI is making vision more and more achievable. Moving on the introductions. AI can look at how students learn their performance pattern, even their preferences, and then adapt lessons, assessments, and feedback in real time. Okay. But along with the potential, we also have to face some big questions: ethics, fairness, infrastructures, and even the evolving role of teachers. Okay. I have some few more slides. Let me move on. Here we talk about the opportunities of AI in personalized learning. Okay. Tailoring learning experience. AI can analyze the learner's strength, weakness, and preferred styles, then adopt content on the spot. Platform like Dreambox or Katon do this really well, adjusting difficulty and presentation styles. When we talk about the real-time feedback and assessment, instead of waiting days of feedback, AI can give the immediate response. Tools like Gradescope or Coursera AI grading lighten the teacher's workload. It gives student faster ways to improve the learning. Next one, the engagement and motivation. Gamification and adaptive tutoring help learners stay in flow. Duolingo is a great example. It's tweet lessons in a real time, so learners feels challenged but not overwhelmed. Inclusive and accessible education. From speech to text to adaptive user experience, AI can make learning more accessible for students with disabilities who those in remote areas. This has the potential, the level playing field if we design it right. Really. Then data-driven insight for educator. When we talk about the data-driven educator, analytics dashboard helps teachers see students where are thriving, where they are struggling, and even predict learning loss before it happens. That allows for timely intervention. Let me move on this slide. Okay, challenges and risk. What is ethics and data privacy? AI needs a lot of sensitive data. If we are not careful, we run into the issue around the consent bias and security breach. Next, we move equity and access. Not every student has the same device, internet, or access to tools. Without strong policies, it could deepen the device digital divide. Then implementation barrier. Teachers aren't trained in the AI tools, and a lot of schools lack the infrastructure or support system needed. Resistance and skepticism also play a role. Then overreliance and technology. At the end of the day, AI can't replace empathy, adaptability, or the creativity. Teachers being into the classroom, if overused, we risk losing and human connection that essentially to learn. Then move on to the slide. These are the few case studies which I seen in the studies. First one, IJRPR study. A survey of 300 educators showed optimism. AI can boost engagement and reduce admin work, but the same group raised red flag. Ethical data use biased algorithm and insufficient training. The key takeaways are teachers want AI as a support system, not a replacement. Okay. Then inclusive design, library process, interventional. This project worked on AI for special education, supporting students with visual, hearing, or mental disability. The most successful outcome came when tools were culturally responsive and built with educator input. Lesson learned content, co-education matter. Then third one is adaptive system. Duolingo and Coursera uses a reinforcement learning to adapt lesson difficulty. While Coursera personalized course recommendation, grading this platform how scalable AI can be. But they also remind us to scalability without always mean deep understanding, especially in complex subjects, right? Then I could conclude this is to wrap up the AI will not replace the teachers. It will role to empower them. The most powerful use of AI is to complement human intervention, scales, personalism, and help close learning gaps. But this will only happen if we implement it thoughtfully, ethically, and equitably. Thank you all for this opportunity to present my insightful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have given a beautiful insights and good point. Now I request Professor P.K. Rajput to provide his insights.
Thank you, Jagan. Can you just remove your slide? And very well prepared, nice PPTs you have put, right? And you have said very clearly. So I must appreciate you. And I can see that a lot of insights are coming, which I can see and can foresee that you are putting the things in the right way. So all the best to you and God bless. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I request next speaker, keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Hemant Tawes to present his thoughts.
Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you for inviting me as a keynote speaker. In the International Conference on AI, Artificial Intelligence in Education, ICAI 2025, by Sinova International Frontier Research, London, United Kingdom, theme Bridging AI Theory and Educational Practice. On the occasion of World Teachers' Day, first of all, I wish to all eminent speakers, mentors, jury members, and chairman, sir, and a special Dr. Kumar Datta, sir, wishing all you have a happy World Teachers' Day. Sir, I'm going to share my PPT.
You have 5 minutes.
Sure, sir. Sure. Sir, it is visualized?
Yes.
Visible.
PPT. Okay, thank you, sir. Today's topic for my presentation, exploring artificial intelligence for innovation in pharmaceutical sciences. So I, Dr. Hemant, Principal and Professor at St. Wilfred Institute of Pharmaceutical Science and Research, affiliated to University of Mumbai, Mira Road, Mumbai. So I'm next slide. The content, introduction, AI's impact on pharmaceutical processes, or AI innovation in pharmaceutical sciences, how AI achieves this, benefits of the AI in pharmaceuticals, and conclusion. So in the introduction, AI, artificial intelligence, is a transformative force in pharmaceutical sciences, innovation, research, and development, revolutionizing every stage of the drug life cycle, from initial drug discovery, active pharmaceutical ingredient drug discovery, drug design, to the manufacturing and patient care. Its ability to analyze massive complex data sets rapidly and accurately drives the innovation, significantly reducing the cost, time, analysis time, and solvent consumption also. Less for R&D perspective means budget, project management. High failure rates traditionally associated with the bringing in a new drug to market. Artificial intelligence drives innovation in pharmaceutical sciences by accelerating drug discovery, optimizing clinical trials, and enabling personalized medicine. It is also known as precision medicine through advanced data analysis. Predictive modeling means define, measure, analyze, improve, design, and validate through the AI tools. AI streamlines the identification of the drug candidates, means the drug molecule, bioactive drug molecule, novel drug molecule that predicts their efficacy, safety, potency, accuracy, ruggedness of and design of the new molecular structures, and improves the design and efficiency of the clinical trials, ultimately reducing cost and bringing new therapies to patients faster. It also contributes to drug manufacturing, quality control, real-world evidence analysis for improved post-market surveillance. AI's impact on the pharmaceutical processes, AI innovation in the pharmaceutical sciences. First, the drug discovery and design. AI algorithms analyze vast data sets of the genomic and chemical information to identify potential drug target at specific site and spending of the identification and lead optimization stages that it can happen through high throughput screening. It's an advanced analytical techniques in the drug development and drug design. Drug development, AI optimizes the clinical trial design, that is a clinical trial optimization or target design or therapeutic drug monitoring. It helps identify suitable patients for the trials, that is the clinical phase 1, 2, 3, 4 for investigational new drug application and novel drug application for filing the data. And automates data collection, analysis, making trials more efficient and reliable. Drug design and formulation, AI can predict the physiochemical, pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamic properties of the drug candidate, assist in designing a new molecular NCT, that is NC, that new chemical entity and new biological entity with the desired characteristic leading to more effective and safer drugs. So personalized medicine, precision medicine, in that target selection, biomarker discovery means for suppose our anti-cancer, for that biomarker means indicators for the identifications of the sample and the standard in between for their accuracy, the result interpretation that can be used for the early disease diagnosis. Then manufacturing and supply chain, logistic and quality control. AI can automate data entry, predict quality failures, and improve the overall efficiency and quality of the pharmaceutical manufacturing processes for the automation. Means the incorporation of the simulation softwares that AI helps that for the simulation. Predictive maintenance, machine learning analyzes sensor data from manufacturing equipment to the predict potential equipment failures. Means to avoid the to maintain the data integrity, standard deviation, compliance, and to improve the quality of the drug product. It minimizes the time also. Supply chain optimization, AI models forecast demand, optimize inventory levels, streamline logistics, means strategic planning, strategic resources, and minimizing waste and stocks outs. So drug repurposing, AI techniques such as analyzing molecular binding affinities can identify existing drug that can repurpose for a new therapeutic indication such as a cancer treatment. The AI is fundamentally accelerating the earliest, most uncertain phases of the research, that is target identification, validation, means drug discovery, that nowadays biosimilar, genomics, proteomics, these are the, we are India or global, every country is still facing the autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, or cancer, oncology. So it help more with the help of software, bioinformatics, and the lead component optimizations. So we have less time. So Then predictive toxicological clinical trial optimizing, that is already know the predictive toxicology, pharmacokinetics, PK studies, absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion. And then patient recruitment means the data in the hospital clinical pharmacy also. It is very much useful. Then AI achieves this machine learning. AI uses ML algorithms to find patterns in a complex biological and chemical data, predict outcomes, and it is based on the numerical logarithms and make informed decisions. So deep learning, it is also the part of that. Then natural language processing, NLP, it is used to extract, analyze chemical and biological information from scientific literatures. With scientific resources, just like ScienDirect, Springer Link, PubMed, or National Institute of Health, US, okay, or National Global Library also, digital library in many countries. It more useful for collecting the data, or it is more useful for the research. The benefits of the AI in pharmaceutical: reduce time and cost, then improve efficiency, accelerate timelines, then enhance the accuracy and safety, handling of the big data. Nowadays, we are facing for regulatory compliance. Every US FDA audit companies or EMEA or TZA or any regulatory audit, the handling of big data, it's a big challenges for the pharmaceutical companies. Increase the precision. Then last, big pharmas implementing AI. In this diagram, Sanofi companies, Aventis, Pfizer, Novartis, Janssen, that is Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, Bristol Myers Squibb, Bayer, or Roche. These are the core MNC companies still implementing the AI. And recently, the Dr. Reddy's or Zydus Cadila, they are also implementing the AI. Then the challenges of implementing AI, the three diagrams, okay, operationals, just like Six Sigma or the total quality management, regulatory ethical challenges, technical challenges to maintain the data integrity, compliance, audit. So, and finally, this future detection of the artificial intelligence in pharmacy profession, in academics or in industry also. So, you know that in the industry, laboratory information management system, LIMS, still many companies, they are implementing the LIMS concept in the laboratory, in GLP, good laboratory practices, or good manufacturing practices, GMP based on Schedule M, or many. In India, in domestic market, or in US, in regulatory also. So now conclusion. The overall conclusion is that the artificial intelligence initial success in areas like drug discovery is just the beginning in pharmaceutical. And medicinal plant is the origin of the drug, and now India is the pharmacy world. And the pharmaceutical industry is evolving into an AI-driven ecosystem. The focus will shift to building robust, high-quality data infrastructure and specialized artificial intelligence model that can generalize across different disease areas. Ultimately, artificial intelligence is the most powerful tool available to achieve the core mission of the pharmaceutical sciences: to develop safer, more effective, and more accessible medicine for humanity at an unprecedented pace. And our objective is, as an Indian, as a Bharatiya, to provide the medicines in means to maintain that in cheap manner, or means inexpensive, or we contribute to our nation as a social relevance. So thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Kumar Datta sir. Actually, we have very less time, so I cannot explain in detail. So thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much to all jury members, especially my senior colleague or just friend, like every time he guiding me, the Professor Dr. P.K. Rajput sir, because sir has been retired as a senior vice president of prestigious company Cadila Group. So proud of you, sir, and all eminent speakers, guests, faculty, all mentors. So thank you very much. And especially thank you to as a part of Royal Fellow for this Sinova intervention. And we work for Sinova in the team way. Our goal is big vision, mission. And just recently, 4 months back, I joined as a principal and professor. I'm regularly in touch with my mentor, Dr. Kumar Datta sir. Let's hope we can do better for our nation. I need the guidance of computer science, AI, AML, data science, and all segments we can do. I cannot say in word forever. So thank you. It's a very happy
Okay, thank
moment
you.
and proud of you.
Thank you.
Great,
Even
immense
sir,
pleasure.
definitely
Thank you.
will improve our well-being and it will help us to improve the entire pharmaceutical industry. Now we have Dr. P.K. Rajput sir, who is with this subject is a forte for him. He's a very much senior as well as learner specialist. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hemant. Very well on the 16 slides you prepared it so well. So when I saw that, I was just thinking that how many slides were there. So I thought, oh my God, 18 slides. But very nicely you have covered, right? Little time. But at the same time, what you said, pharmacy of the world. But as per our Prime Minister, we are working to become the power of pharmacy in the coming world, right? And that is the reason which is AI is going to help, because 80% of the pharmaceutical and life sciences professionals are currently using the AI for the drug discovery, which is very important. And at the same time, using the AI in the clinical trials, it is going to reduce the cost saving by 70%, right? Which is very important, because when we are saying, when we should be talking about it, which is important, so that timeline reduction is 80% and the cost reduction is 70%. And at the same time, especially in the cancer diagnosis, for which pharma companies, because we belong to pharma company, play a major part. It is projected to grow at the CAGR, compound annual growth. It is 40% from 2021 to 2028. So such a great way, you have added all the points which is really required. You also spoke about the challenge of AI in pharma. Here, I like to add one thing, how challenges can be taken, because there is always, when there is a lock, it comes with the key, right? And when I give my talk and when I learn, it is with the FAIR data principle. There is known as a FAIR data principle, right? And with the FAIR data principle, we can take care for the challenges. What is this? FAIR is F stands for findable, A stands for accessible, I stands for interpretable, and R stands for reusable. So if you use this FAIR data principle, wherever you are using the AI, it is going to give us clarity. And how it is going to align, because it has to be attributable, legible, because there's a lot of data available which are not a correct data, original and accurate. So data quality can be improved, which is really required, not only in pharmaceutical industry, but in any industry, which is going to enhance the reliability of AI-driven analytics, which is important. So I appreciate you. You have put your heart and brain, soul here to give all the things. And congratulations once again, Dr. Hemant.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for your insightful words, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Hemant and Dr. P.K. Rajput sir, for giving the beautiful insights.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Just Hemant sir, stop sharing your document.
Okay, sure, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me share the screen. 1 second. Now we have Dr. Suvarna Chinde ma'am. Over to you.
Myself, Dr. Suvarna Mechinde, and my topic is research topic is use of AI in library services, prospectus and challenges. Over to Kumar Dassa.
Thank you, ma'am. Just give me a minute time to set up my screen. Now we are dependent upon the technology, and technology is not working. Hope my screen is visible.
Sir, you cannot condemn the technology. It's working. It is taking time. Yeah, to get
Yes,
it.
technology has some advantages, but depending on technology, sometimes gives you glitches. So how we can use AI in library science is a beautiful topic. I love to talk about this topic. The evolution of library science starts with the traditional one. Now it has transformed to AI. How AI took up the place because it started with the machine learning and it will help to process the languages in variety of terms, and it will definitely help us to automate the entire library science. You can have the chatbot and other support system with the help of AI. This smarter discovery and search will help us to boost the entire library science in that way that people will when they approach in a library, they will find that everything is automated and they will get the desired book or study material within a fraction of seconds. So that much AI will help us to access the library. We can have the automation of catalogs, meta data, as well as analytics, what types of books can be regularly purchased or can be taken out. And there will be also a robot who will take out the book of a desired topic or desired subject, and it will pass on to the concerned person. So inventory management is also possible. In conclusion, AI will not replace human, but it will enhance the practices as well as it will focus on the various aspects of library science. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyone from the team is left who wish to present?
But sir, very well presented. Actually, that is the real need because it is going to reduce the time searching evaluation which you used to have. But another good thing is today the library has become museum. Very few people they go to the library because we still remember how much data we have to read to prepare the thesis and all. Right. So AI is in that way it is going to help us in a much bigger way. Very concisely it has been put and it is going to help everybody. So salutations to you the way you presented, and Dr. Swarna, very well it has been prepared. So my compliments to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving the insight. From the bottom of the heart of entire Sanova team, we express sincere thanks to our honorable chief guest of honor, keynote speakers, and participants. Thank you very much for joining as well as presenting your beautiful thoughts on International Conference on Artificial Intelligence in Education. Thank you. Thank you very much. With the due permission from all participants, shall I end the meeting?
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Sure,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
All yours. Thank you, sir.
Please allow us 24-hour time to process our certificates. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. 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 Good night. Good night to everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night to everyone.
Good night,
Sir.
everyone.
Thank you all.